So Adidas is a German multinational corporation that designs and manufactures sports shoes, clothing and accessories based in Bavaria, Germany. I love my running shoes. They come from this brand.
You're an Adidas person.
Okay.
I am.
So there you go. So this one is smaller and it is rebounding from a difficult period a couple of years ago. We'll see in a minute. But it's sizable, 37 billion euros.
Euros standing at 37.3 billion euros, a PE ratio of 35.9, dividend yield of 1.1%.
Let's take a look at the share price. Done very well recently.
Absolutely.
Yikes.
Oh, I definitely continue supporting them with my shoes.
Yeah, so they came off that, you can see then 2014 came off that sort of strong weakness and then a stronger fall when it came to the second half of the year.
Have they done well off the fall in the Nike
well,
share price?
I think that there's sort of discussion about that, but the fact, when we talk about the share price, I mean, we actually thought that it was a prudent move to sell out of Adidas when it was running quite strong and move into Nike. When you consider the two compared to each other, there's still a much stronger margin when it comes to the Nike company compared to Adidas. But despite that, Adidas has actually sort of gone to their business model. They've sorted a couple of hiccups out there, especially in the golfing area and so on. And now the latest news since Friday is that they're actually going to divest from TaylorMade, their largest golfing brand.
What does that mean?
Well, it's
Probably
just one of
good.
the sort of residual assets, which was a bit irritating. They also own a few other things. They own Reebok. They also own the pieces of the Bayern Munich football club and so on and so forth. But that's perhaps unimportant. The important thing to note, obviously European, much bigger in emerging markets already. It's got a very big franchise in Latin America because of the connection with Argentina and football. And it's quite big in Eastern Europe and Russia. It makes sense, you know, the Germans expanded there first. So that is an ubiquitous brand in those parts of the world. I'm not sure whether that gives it more or less opportunity in the future, but it's still an excellent company. Its involvement with professional sports teams gives it enormous visibility.
Yes.
So just, Mia, you do have exposure to both or not?
No, we've actually sold out of Adidas because we think it's overvalued compared to Nike. We think that, you know,
that was the point that you were making earlier.
So
but you did think...
So, I mean, we think both are very good companies. It was just a valuation case. So we thought that it was very seldom that you get the opportunity to buy into Nike, as we've seen lately. So we used that opportunity to acquire a premium share, a share that we think is actually slightly better than Adidas when it comes to the valuation side of it as well.
Hot or not on Adidas?
Well, I'll be hot on the company, but I'm not hot on the valuation.
Or?
Look, under the new CEO, Kasper
But then I'm
it's
just
doing
going to...
well.
So hot. Can we go hot?
We can go hot.
Because they're going to make a call at the end of the day.
Yes, that's
hot.
fine.
Yeah.
Hot.
It is basically rebounding from a difficult period, and that's causing some of its competitors to look bad for a while. But I still think this industry has got such great growth prospects that one ought to go hot on it anyway.